Hi guys, Colesy. It is now 2023. Well, it has been for almost a couple weeks now, but I figured it's New Year, so we should go back and look at 2022, do a little bit of a review, you know, what went on in 2022, what we did on the channel YouTube-wise. I can talk about it and we can go over it, and then we'll cover what I hope to achieve, my goals, my New Year's resolutions for 2023. I have a lovely cup of tea here. I have my YouTube channel open. Let's review 2022, shall we? The tea is quite hot. Progress was made. We grew as a channel. Thank you everyone for that. And I hope everyone has had a good New Year's, Christmas, New Year's time. This was the first video we put out, which was a New Year's update, where I was apparently sick and busy. I was a bit sick over Christmas and New Year's this year, but not too bad. But apparently then I was busy at work when work was available for me. Yeah, since then, later into the year, yeah, I lost that job. Not because of anything I did or anything like that. It was just a unforeseen circumstance that meant that the company was not doing so well and didn't need me anymore. So that was an unfortunate thing that happened in 2022, because that means now that I have less money, but we won't worry about that. Hopefully the channel will progress and we will be able to make a little bit of money off the channel and stuff like that. So yeah, don't worry about that. That's all good. So after that video, what did we do? We did some walkabout mini golf. We've done multiple walkabout mini golf videos since then. We had the £100 CPU. I think this was the last part we did to this, which was I bought a CPU, which was an i9 for like £100. Then I had it tested, see if it worked. It did work, but then it also didn't work properly, but it was under warranty. So then I had to get on to Intel, and eventually I did manage to get that replaced, and I sold that and made some money, which was nice. Heavy Pokemon packs mean nothing. That was when we were heavily into opening celebrations. I have now almost completed the Celebrations set, which I want to then frame all of the cards from the Celebrations set. I'm just missing the 25th anniversary Charizard, which surprisingly is like one of the most expensive cards in the pack. If I manage to get hold of one of those at some point, I can do this big cool frame thing and put it on a wall. I think that'll look really cool. Be nice. That'll make for another video as well. Something cool to show you guys. Ocarina of Time. So apparently I started playing Ocarina of Time before the new year, and then I continued it. That had recently come out on the Switch, on the, I don't know what they call it, but Switch Online, they'd released it. So I was playing that, one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite game of all time. So I wanted to play that a little bit. Don't think I ever progressed from the first session. I don't think I ever went back and played any more, even in my own time. So potentially we could play more Zelda if anybody wanted to see that. FNAF Security Breach, I played that with Jake, my brother. That was a fun thing. The game was glitchy and a bit broken. It was a fun experience. It's always fun to play games like that with Jake. And I'm sure we'll be playing the new Resident Evil. I'd like to say we're going to play Resident Evil. I say the new Resident Evil 4, the remake. I'd like to say that we're going to play that for definite. I haven't spoken to Jake, but we have played every other Resident Evil together on the channel previously, so I think that would be a cool thing to do. The new office. This was a thing that happened in 2022. I mean, literally this. So, new office, that video specifically, was I had to move out of my home office at home to make room for my girlfriend Sarah's nephew to come and live with us. So he needed his own bedroom and stuff because he does. That's how that works. I said that I would move the office. The idea was I was going to move here. This was the final resting place of me to be doing this stuff. By the time it came around that he was coming to live with us, I hadn't actually got this place ready yet. It needed a lot of work, and that is a video that we will get to later. So yeah, in the meantime, I moved to my parents' house again, into their spare bedroom. Just my office, not me. I still lived at my own house, but I just had my office at my parents' house. Very generous of them to let me move in there for a few weeks. It was a whole experience. Had to move my office twice basically, because I had to move everything I needed over to my parents' house, which, you know, computer monitors. There's a lot of stuff that I have, probably unnecessarily, let's be honest, but I have a lot of crap and a lot of things, and all of that had to be moved to there. And then when this place got finished, we had to move it to here. So everything kind of got double moved, which is sort of what I wanted to avoid doing because it's a pain in the butt, but had to be done. Don't buy these PCs on Amazon/eBay. Now that video did fairly well, 1,700 views. I'll take that. It done well. That was simply a video that I thought of, that it came into my mind because a lot of people had been asking me recommendations for PCs. So they'll be like, oh, I found this PC, what do you think of it? Kind of thing, like on Twitter or Instagram or something. And sometimes it would be these classic cheap eBay or Amazon PCs where they make them sound really good and they give them really cool pictures, but really they're like super outdated hardware, and honestly they're not that great. So I figured I'd make an entire video about that. It obviously helps out you guys or the audience or people that are thinking about getting these PCs. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that video. I sort of got to look over these things as well. Like some videos I might want to redo or replicate or update, and maybe that's a video that I could do again. It doesn't feel like super necessary, but obviously it's more the PC recommendation videos can sort of redo and should sort of redo, because, you know, times change, new hardware comes out, old hardware is less available or goes out of stock. So some of those videos do become outdated. And even though I have been back through and put in new links where I can to other PCs I recommend or something, when like the ones I recommended in the video go out of stock, I feel like sometimes it would just be better to make a new video, but with updated links and info and stuff. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I say Arceus. I know some people say Arceus. Nah, it sounds funny because you're saying the word arse. Yeah, that released. We played that, had fun with that. I quite liked that game. I did a few streams on that. I had I wanted to do something different for the release of that game, so I streamed it, and then every so often I would open some Pokemon cards, because I kind of got into Pokemon cards again. That was a fun game to play. I enjoyed it. It was good. Didn't play... Oh, no, I think I did play some in my own time, actually. Sausage Sandwich Mr. Master Chief. That's a funny name for a video. I quite like the thumbnail, though. Pretty happy with that thumbnail. I streamed some Halo. I assume there must have been a release, or Master Chief Collection came out, or it was on Games Pass or something like that. The sausage sandwich bit came from just my dad turning up at some point during the stream and giving me a sausage sandwich, and then I ate it. It sounds boring, but, you know, I was quite excited at the time to be brought food. That doesn't happen very often now. I'm just out here in a shed on my own. Making a Stream Deck pedal for way less. How-to/tutorial. Again, I think that was a good idea for a video. Stream Deck, Elgato released the pedal thing, which I haven't seen that much of nowadays, actually. I don't know, maybe people just didn't use them or buy them and they weren't as useful as they maybe thought they would be. But yeah, I figured a way how I could make the same thing roughly, let's be honest. It's not the same thing. It's a very much cheaper way of doing it, but that was a fun video to make, because I remember I played some CSGO briefly just to show how it worked, and I had like the shooting and crouching and stuff set to pedals, so I was doing that all with my feet. It was kind of an interesting video to make. I like doing stuff like that where I'll take a look at just some tech or something. Like it's different from me just playing a game, which I also do enjoy doing, but I'm interested in tech and things as well. You know, I got an interest in Pokemon cards and stuff again. Generally how my channel works is whatever I'm interested in at the time, I will find a way to make that into content, because it's what I'm into. And so I want to share that. Maybe some people will see something that I'm doing that I'm interested in at the minute, and that will bring them to me, and they'll find that they like the content, or they like me and they want to watch other videos. You know, we're just doing what we do. I sent something to be graded. That was, if you look here, you can see on the shelf here, that game in the background. That is actually the item that I sent to get graded. It was a copy of Oblivion, I believe. Yeah, it was Oblivion. It was definitely Oblivion. Again, another video of something different that I wanted to do. So I sent off a game to be graded because I figured that was more interesting to me, more possible, less expensive than sending like Pokemon cards. Plus, I didn't really have any Pokemon cards that like I really super wanted to get graded. It's something that I haven't done any more of since, but I have thought about it, and I do have some other sealed games that I would like to get graded, so it's something that I might do in future. Another Walkabout Mini Golf. Walkabout Mini Golf, super fun VR game, by the way. Really enjoy that, and they were kind enough to hit me up with codes to DLCs when they drop them, so that's nice. Hopefully we can continue doing that in 2023. Wireless audio anywhere and everywhere. Again, this is a video that I made while at my parents' house. I think it was... Did I get offered the weird audio thing for free by a company? Can't remember, but I was thinking about getting one for my car anyway, and then well, either way, whatever, I got hold of one, and then I wanted to make a video on it, I figured making a video of me going, look, I plugged this into my car and now I can like Bluetooth to the aux cable was not very interesting. So I tried to make it more interesting. My parents happened to have this weird turntable thing. It had an aux in. So I was like, oh my God, can I use this and use the wireless audio and go through this for no apparent reason? Literally no reason other than it was possible. So yeah, that's what I did. Fun little video, I think. Revomon. Did a fair few Revomon videos. I like that game. It's an interesting game. It is NFT based if you want it to be, but if you just want kind of like a Pokemon-esque VR experience, yeah, did that. Be right back. My office is all COVID-y. Okay, quick update vlog. This was when was it my brother or my parents? Both of them have got COVID at some point. They had COVID, so I didn't want to go to their house because I don't want to get COVID if I can help it. So yeah, my office was all COVID-y and I didn't go. World's largest game bundle. Okay, I think I did a little bit of a giveaway there and trying to help this bundle for Ukraine thing, which, you know, I feel is important to try and do my bit where I can. I'd like to do more of that maybe through this year, but it's just finding the time and organizing stuff like that is time consuming, but maybe we'll do some charity stuff. I've always liked to do charity things and things to benefit different charities. And I did do like a big summer stream thing once, which I have unfortunately very little footage of because I forgot to save it all. Like, it was on Twitch and I didn't back it up and like download the footage, so eventually it got lost, which is a shame because I would have liked to keep that, but I don't. But I'd like to do something like that again where like I really put some time into it. It was inspired by like the Yogscast Jingle Jam stuff. I wanted to do something similar to that. Obviously I'm never going to be on that scale that they're on, but I wanted to do my own thing, so I did like one during the summer, I think was the idea. I had my family come and join me for games and stuff and stream for a bunch. I'd love to do that again. This was years ago. Sorry, I should be talking about 2022, but yeah, I'd love to do more charity stuff. Kirby, the new Kirby game got released. I was interested in that. It was a fun game. I played the demo that I think they gave you on Switch. Again, literally haven't played any more of that since those videos, which is a shame because the game is really good. I just haven't played any more. Slenderman, is that you? Ghostwire Tokyo, right? So you can see I have glasses in this video as well, which I haven't been wearing for a long time. But Ghostwire Tokyo, a game that completely passed me by personally, but my brother knew about it and was like, oh, it's a kind of cool looking game, we should play it. So we did. We did did we do a stream or 2 streams on that? Interesting game. Not something that I was super interested in, but it's always fun like playing a game with Jake and like playing with someone else that can make it a lot more fun. That was fine. I enjoyed it. It was a fun time. It's a very weird game with a lot of weird like demony creatures in it, but it was fun. It was a cool thing to play. It Takes Two review. So I don't really do game reviews as such. And you can probably see why. It got 14 views. It didn't do very well. This was a game that me and my girlfriend played in our own time and had a super fun time playing it. Like, I really enjoyed it. Now, it's not often that me and Sarah game together because I say that, but like, she's not into games the same as I am, but we play like Mario Party and Mario Kart and things like that as a family, and we play stuff like that together, but it's very rare that we play through a game together. But It Takes Two was recommended to me by my sister who'd been playing it with her husband. They said it was a great game and I was like, oh cool, I've never heard of this game. Hadn't heard of it at all. Played it, loved it. Will play basically any game that company makes that is the same. I forget the developer, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Great game, so good that I wanted to make a video genuinely just to recommend it to people because I really enjoyed it. I think it won Game of the Year 2021 as well, so it's a good game. It's a good game. Okay, I turned an old shed into an epic gaming YouTube streaming space. That's how this place was created. So that is a video documenting the process of turning this from literally like an old crappy shed into a suitable, nice, you know, walled, painted, curtained, lit, carpeted place that I can use to make videos from and stream from and all that stuff. That was a big project. It cost me a bit of money, but it was obviously something I needed to do, and it was very worth doing, and it has allowed me to be here today, which is cool. Otherwise, I don't know where I'd be because I ain't got no room to be anywhere else. No search and window store, the fix. This was, oh my god, look, I'm using the standing desk. This is a standing desk. I'm sat at it now, but look, I'm actually standing You can see that I'm stood. I'm too scared to use the standing desk now because it did sort of half collapse once, and now I'm scared to use it in case it collapses again. So this video specifically was about an issue that I had for ages on my PC where the Windows search would stop working. And when I eventually figured out what the cause of that was, it wasn't just the Windows search, by the way. It was anything Windows Store related. So any game from Windows Store, any application from Windows Store, specifically Games Pass, wouldn't work. I couldn't use it until I did I had this sort of workaround that I was doing, and then that would ever so often break again, and I would have to do the workaround again. Eventually the workaround stopped working and forced me to find the fix. When I found the fix, I thought, this has been such a pain in my arse for so long, I need to share it in case other people are having the same issue and need to know how to fix it. So that's why I did that video. Side loading Quest 2 VR games with mobile. Again, another sort of instructional video. I like to do an instructional video when I think it might be useful to people and something that people might be interested in learning or doing that I know. I don't know a lot of things, but when I do, I like to share that information. So this was how you can sideload games using just a phone. You don't need a gaming PC. When they released the app and you could do it via mobile, everyone has a phone. I figured I will put out a tutorial so that other people that maybe want to sideload games into their headset that don't have a gaming PC can do it. Star Wars Dark Forces VR game. Cool game. Figured that might be interesting for people to watch. It's not official. It's fan-made. It's very well made. It was only a little demo. I had to buy it. As in, I think I had to subscribe to a Patreon to get access to it. Worth doing, in my opinion. Fun game to play. Crowns and Pawns. Point and click adventure. Haven't really played much point and click games since probably being a kid, I guess. I guess I probably would have dabbled a bit there. But again, publisher asked me if I'd be interested in checking it out, and yeah, I'll give anything a go, really. You should see some of... Honestly, I will literally play anything. Fun game. Enjoyed it. This is the thing. I enjoy a lot of games. I think this is another reason why I never finish games, because I do enjoy a lot of different games. A lot of different stuff is interesting to me, whether it's a point and click, whether it's a FPS, whether it's a horror, whether it's survival. Dude, I'll play any of those because I like the variety. I like a lot of games and I like to see what they do. Had a fun time playing it, did some puzzles. Again, it was a game that I thought at the time, I should go back and play some more of this because I really enjoyed it. And then I never did. Obviously, I still can. There's nothing stopping me. It's just, I don't know whether people are interested in seeing that. That's the other thing. Throwback gaming, Throwback 360. Okay, so this was a thing I came up with, something I wanted to do. I managed to grab a Xbox 360 for like £10, I think, which I thought, absolute bargain. But then I thought, I don't really need a 360, but I wanted to buy it anyway, because absolute bargain. So I came up with this idea of a little series that we would do where we can play some 360 games, because I played a lot of 360 growing up. As sort of my teenage years, I played the 360. My brother, it was his first console, so I brought him in to play with me. I enjoyed doing it. It's nice. It's fun for me to look back at older games, maybe with a little bit of nostalgia, I guess. I don't think the series did very well. People didn't really... weren't that interested in watching it, so the series sort of ended after a few episodes, or I mean stopped. I could make more, but yeah, it seemed like something people weren't that interested in, which is a shame, but it's fine. You try things and sometimes things work, sometimes things don't work, and sometimes you can be surprised by making a video that you think, yeah, well, no one will probably watch it, it's just this random thing, but then it does really well and people enjoy it. So I'm always down to try different things, which I think is still going to continue this year. I'm still going to try a load of different things. I've got stuff in the works that is unlike my normal content, but I want to make it to see how it does, see how it performs, because I want to make these things, because I want to try different stuff. So yeah, expect more, I guess, random shit in 2023. I exposed myself as a tech hoarder. I think I was just sorting out the new office a little bit and just went through all of the boxes of stuff that I have. I still have a lot of stuff, but I definitely thinned it out. A little review of the Logitech Stream Cam. Again, I think I picked that up from an auction. As you can tell, I buy a lot of crap from auctions. That's why I end up with so much crap. The stream cam is still here. It's right there. You can see it in the background. I still use it. I really like the stream cam, actually. It's a good quality camera. It's very easy to move about and use. Then we get on to the For the Content podcast, which started in 2022. This is definitely something that I thought of when I thought of 2022. That's when we started doing the podcast. So we do this podcast. We aim to do it every week. Undoubtedly, we miss some weeks every now and again. Life gets busy. It's difficult for me and Rapskillion, who I do the podcast with, sometimes to arrange our schedules to match up. And so we find time to record. But we're still doing it. We're still going with that. 2023, hopefully we're just gonna carry on to a higher level and more podcasts. It's fun for us to do. I think it sometimes it doesn't necessarily do the best, but it is something different that we're doing. It's not just a video podcast, it's an audio podcast as well on Spotify and all your other places you can get podcasts. So it's a way for us to branch out into other areas of creating content. And it's a fun thing to do. I enjoy chatting to Raps and just having a laugh and speaking crap. And in a way, sometimes it's therapeutic for me. Maybe it is for him too. But I find it in a weird way like therapeutic to be able to chat to somebody. And we have a very similar mindset and a similar way of looking at things. So it's nice to have a friend like that to talk to. And I think that was really the start of like our friendship, is when we decided we were going to like really jump in to do this podcast. And now we chat a lot, we record videos together, not just podcasts. We play games and stuff, and we text each other and stuff. And honestly, it's really nice. I'm not a person with a huge group of friends. That makes me sound like a right loner, but it is true. I don't have a huge group of friends, so it's nice to have Rapskillion in that small group of friends. So yeah, the podcast has been like a great thing from 2022. One of the key things that sticks out in my mind is starting the podcast, and that was really cool. A lot of commitment to take on to do a podcast, by the way. Like, it's a lot of editing, which Raps has now taken over. I don't know whether he's taken over. That sounds like he took it off me, but he wants to do some of that, so I'm more than happy to dish that out to him as well. Because it takes up a lot of time to edit videos in general, and to edit an hour-long podcast in a video form takes a long time. Zelda: The Missing Link. Now, this was a cool thing that I played during 2022. Didn't realize that this existed. It's a fan-made Zelda game from the N64 era, and the N64 era of gaming, as I said earlier, sort of my era of gaming, and specifically, like I said, Ocarina of Time, one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite. So a game in that style that I hadn't played, it was like finding a Zelda game that I didn't know existed and playing it for the first time. That's literally what it was. It's got its own story, it's got its own areas, like nothing is recreated. You're not in the same area, you're in a completely different place. It's super cool. I sat down to record that, and I thought, I'll take a look at it. I played the entire game in one sitting because I was like, it's not a long game, it's like a few hours. But I was like, I'm just enjoying this. I'm just going to carry on recording, and I recorded the whole game. And then I put it all out as parts, and it was really cool. GoldenEye 2 is coming, sequel to N64 Classic. Again, it's another N64 related video. It was a game called Agent 64, which is very clearly based off of GoldenEye. I tried to clickbait it a little bit with GoldenEye 2. GoldenEye is now coming to the Switch, actually. What do they call it? Switch Online? I can't remember. Nintendo Online? I can't remember what they call it. But yeah, that's coming soon, actually. So that'll probably be something I check out on the channel. Yeah, again, it was reliving some old N64 nostalgia with a new game. Can I fool Tree for upgrading with fake Pokemon cards? Sponsored. Okay, so did do a sponsorship video with Tree for Upgrading, which is a card grading company. First time I've ever done card grading. Again, the way I work with sponsors, I want to make something a bit different. I don't always just want to do like, oh, here's the product, or here's a service. It's cool, thanks. Because I'm like, I feel like I can do more, I can give more. So in this case, the idea of the video was I spoken to Tree for Grading, and we agreed that I was going to send off some cards and they were going to grade them for me, and they wouldn't charge me, and that would be my fee effectively for the video. But then I decided like I said, I'm going to make this video a bit different. You know, I want to get a better title in there. I want to get a better video. So I sent them a fake Pokemon card as well, which I didn't tell them about because I wanted to see if they would get fooled by it. They did not get fooled by it. They nailed it. Had a great experience with them, and it was strangely fake card that I sent them that they wrote like haha good try on like the case is one of my like most prized possessions. I don't want to get rid of it. It's super cool that I have this thing, and it's a reference to a video, and I like that stuff. Playing Fall Guys on the Fall Guys bench at Skegness. So yeah, this video was basically just given to me, just handed to me. Fall Guys went, here's a video idea. So Skegness is not super far away from me. So we decided to drive to the bench that they put there, a little memorial plaque, not memorial, that's when someone dies. Similar thing, but on a bench. It's like a Fall Guys bench. So we drove out there, took our Switches with us, and played some Fall Guys on the Fall Guys bench because I thought that would be a funny video to make. And a kind of silly video, and it's more of a vlog, which is cool because I don't get to make that type of video very often. So yeah, so pretty cool little video. Pokemon VR is really back 2022. So obviously this was a big video for me this year. Did 43,000 views. Super cool. Happy with it. Working on more Pokemon VR videos. Definitely something I'm looking to continue to look into because people seem to enjoy it. So I did a video, must have been a year before that, I guess. I don't know, could have been longer. In a game called Pokemon VR, which is a fan-made game, which did get... I don't think it got shut down. I think they decided to leave it, and so the game was abandoned. But it came back. Someone that did work on it took over the role of working on it, and so the game came back up, and I played it again because I really enjoyed it. I love Pokemon. I grew up playing Pokemon, so Pokemon in VR is like two cool things. I get to do a techie thing with a nostalgic game thing and have fun with it, and people seem to enjoy it. So yeah, it's something I'll probably do a little bit more of this year. I know VR videos seem to do well on my channel. It's more just the setting up takes a long time to do, and recording's not as easy as me sat at a desk with a microphone because I have to have like a clip-on mic, and I have to set up a camera, and I have to have room to move if I'm doing a game that is particularly physically demanding and you're moving a lot. But yeah, something that I'm looking to do more of. Animal Crossing with guns, again, just came across this on Twitter or something and thought that looks well good. I like Animal Crossing. It was a fun game that we played a lot during lockdown, and then I was like, oh, they've made like one, it looks basically like the same game, but it's got a bit more adulty themed. That sounds weird, but it's got like guns and hunting and stuff like that, which Animal Crossing doesn't, because it's very, very family friendly. And I thought that'll be a fun game to check out, and maybe it'll do well because I can call it Animal Crossing with guns. Watching F1 locked in with my cat. That was a weird video I made this year. So I like Formula 1. Got a Formula 1 car up there. I built that out of Lego. Got it for Christmas. Pretty cool. I like Formula 1. I like watching the races. And I think what had we done? We were like defleeing the house or something. Like we were making sure the house didn't have fleas. So we were like doing those flea bombs, you know, where you like set them off and it smokes out the house. So we had to move the cat out of the house while that was being done. And I just thought, oh, I can just bring the cat to my office and I can just shut us in the office. And then I thought, well, if I'm shutting myself in the office, I may as well stream for a bit. So it just turned out the Formula 1 was on at the same time, and the cat was jumping around and being a pain in the arse like the cat does. So I did that whole stream, and then I was like, I'm just going to edit that into a dumb video where I watch Formula 1 and have a cat jump at me occasionally. Hell Pie, again, that was a game that was given to me by a publisher, and they asked if I would be interested in playing it. That's a super fun game. That is a game that I keep thinking again, man, I should really go and play some more of that, because not only is it a super fun game, it does well on shorts, because there's so much funny stuff in that game that I can make YouTube shorts out of and put them on TikTok and YouTube shorts. So if anything, I want to play that game even more just to find out what more weird stuff is in that game that I could turn into a short that hopefully will do well. Pokemon VR, how to install. Okay, so again, back to me trying to just help the community, people out if I can. Had a lot of people ask me on the Pokemon VR video, how do I get this? And I thought, oh, the easiest way is for me to make a video. Then I can just go, I can direct them to that. The more questions, the more people ask me, I can go, hey, I made a video specifically for that. So I made a little tutorial, and I still get comments on it of people saying, oh, thanks for this, and oh, I figured it out, and oh, this was really helpful. So I like doing those useful things when I can. RuneScape, Unreal Engine 5. Yep, this came from just a video I saw that somebody had created some of RuneScape in Unreal Engine 5, like they'd made a video So I just reacted to that video because I used to play a lot of RuneScape when I was younger. And looking at it in a style that is not made of about 7 pixels was interesting. And I figured, yeah, fine, we'll do a reaction to it. I don't generally do reaction videos, but occasionally if I think it's something that I'm interested in and it's maybe something a bit different, yeah, sure. I'm not against making any type of content. That's how I look at it. Any type of content is free game. Happy to do it. If I can find the right thing for me, and I'm in the right mood for it kind of thing. Like, I have been wanting to do some sort of cooking stream / video for a while, but I just need to find the right way for me to do it, basically, because I'm me. I like to do things differently, like I said, with sponsors and stuff. I want the video to have maybe a bit of a different twist to it than just a standard video, whatever the video is. Half-Life. So this, I played a little bit of Half-Life, haven't finished it, been meaning to finish it. This came from speaking on the podcast with Rapskillian, and he was like, how have you never played Half-Life 1? I was like, I just never have played it. So due to his recommendation, and I know it's a classic, I played it on stream for a bit. Again, it's something I haven't even finished editing all the footage that I have of that. So yeah, I could put out a couple more Half-Life videos from that stream. And maybe I should return and finish it so that I have actually finished the game. Who knows, it might happen. Another game that I really enjoyed playing. Super fun game. I'm glad that it did well in the awards and got Indie Game of the Year, I think it did. Again, still got plenty of that I need to edit and put out as videos. But then once I finished, I think I will make a full length video of me playing through the whole game. Played that over a couple of streams, I want to say. Yeah, confused by the thumbnail, to be honest. YouTube to Twitch, that's what it looks like. I'm going from YouTube to Twitch. Okay, I don't really know what this is, but I've changed from streaming on Twitch to streaming on YouTube now, which this video seems to be the opposite, but we'll see. Again, I say more streaming, and I say this, I've said this a bunch of times, like on YouTube as well, that I want to stream more. I say it a lot. I want to do more streams. I want to stream. And then I just don't do it. And it annoys me that I just don't do it. But it's just, I want my videos to take precedent, and I have to get those done first, and I want to get them done to a certain quality, which means sometimes I don't have time to stream like I would like to. But the intention is always there that I want to do more streaming. And so maybe this year, who knows? Maybe this year we'll eventually get to doing more streams, or at least regular streaming. Can't promise it. I probably will promise it at some point, but I shouldn't, because half the time I end up not doing that. This was a cool thing that I got to take part in. I completely forgot about it. So the TCG Exchange, they're a business that sells Pokemon cards. They do like their own mystery packs called X packs, and they were doing like a battle royale where they had a bunch of creators, and then we all opened cards in a video, and then we like battled against each other, and we were awarded points for the rarity of the cards that we pulled. They were all randomly given to us, and they asked me if I wanted to be involved, and it was super cool because it's not something I've ever done before. Like I said, I'm kind of new to collecting Pokemon cards, but the fact that I was asked to do this and it was with a bunch of other people, I was like, it sounds cool. It sounds cool, and I just want to be a part of it because it sounded like a fun thing to do. So it was a really fun thing to do. I'm glad I did it. Okay, we broke up. It's over. VSPC. So we have to talk about this because it was a big thing that happened in 2022, but I stopped working with VSPC. You can go back and watch the video, but that was a huge thing for me because I'd been with them for a few years and I really enjoyed my time there for the most part. And again, like, it's all mentioned in this video, so I won't go too deep into it. If you want to hear more, then watch that. But yeah, that ended. And that was, again, a real kicker because I earned a decent amount of money through recommending PCs from them and helping people find the PC they wanted and recommending them through Fierce and people using my code. It really helped with my income, and I lost it, which kind of sucks. And then later in the year, like after that, I then lost my part-time job, which then really leaves me with just these videos that I'm making now. And Yeah, you don't get a hell of a lot from ad revenue, let me tell you that. But yeah, that was a big thing that happened. Something I really want to do this year is I would like to start a relationship like I had there, but with another company. So I'm looking and hopeful that maybe I'll be able to come to some sort of relationship, some sort of agreement, some sort of sponsorship. Hopefully I'll be able to come to some sort of sponsorship with a different company. And kind of do the same thing. I really like recommending tech, looking at tech, talking about tech. PCs is something that I specifically use a lot and I'm interested in. So yeah, something that I'd love to be able to recommend. So at the minute, what my sort of stopgap for that is that I set up Amazon affiliate so that I could recommend PCs on Amazon and PC parts and anything on Amazon. And then I have a referral link that if people click on the link and then buy as they normally do or use my recommendation and buy the PC that I linked them, I get a small commission from that. So that's sort of a stopgap. It's not nearly been as successful as when I worked with Fierce PC, so I'm not nearly making anywhere near as much money from that, but it is something at least, so that helps for the time being. A bunch of old Game Boys that I bought, show and tell. Yeah, I've still got those sat here. Again, it was me getting into the nostalgia of things and wanting to get Game Boy Color and then thinking about modding it and upgrading it. I haven't ever got around to modding and upgrading. Again, it's time, it's money to do those things. We'll get around to it eventually. It's on the back burner, I guess you could say, but that was the start of it. I wanted to at least put a video out there to show my intentions and sort of gauge interest maybe a little bit, but I know it's something I'm going to do anyway. It's not as if I'm going to buy all these Game Boys and then go, oh, no one wants to see me do it, I'll just not do it then. I'm still going to do it because I want to do it for me, and you guys can choose whether to watch or not. Roblox Horror, again, this was around Halloween time, got the family together to play some horror games. That was fun. Roblox is just an easy thing for us to play and it's silly, so yeah, I enjoyed making those videos. A PC recommendation video. So this is kind of the first-ish PC recommendation video because the last one was kind of the eBay PCs that I said don't buy, which I would have recommended some in the video, so that in a way is a recommendation video. But this one more specifically, I am recommending a PCs for Modern Warfare 2. So again, since I split with Fierce PC, I don't have a company that I represent, so I'm able to recommend a few more PCs from other companies and spread my vision a little bit further. So these are all recommendations from Amazon, and they're all affiliate linked, so they help support me. And I figured I'd make a video because the game was coming out, people would be interested in it, people are going to be looking to make sure their PCs can run it, and so I figured I'd make a video about that. It's, you know, it's partly helpful to people because I'm recommending something and I've, you know, done my research to make sure these PCs can run the game, but also it's helpful for me because it's a way that I can share my links and hopefully earn a little bit of extra income from it. That's the idea. I think it's fair to, there's a little bit of give for everyone. Everyone wins. Papercut Mansion, day one release again. Publisher got in touch. I think all the times I've said publisher got in touch, I'm pretty sure they're all the same publisher. I've worked with them for a while, and they work with a lot of indie games, and they like to get in touch with me and ask if I want to play them. And every time, pretty much, I go, yes, I would like to play them. Never miss a message again. YouTube chat. Again, a thing I learned, a thing I knew that I thought other people might want. Advice or tips on how to do, so I will make it. And so I did. Basically on Twitch I had a thing that would notify me by a sound cue, like a little ding, when a chat message comes up when I'm live, so I don't accidentally miss chat messages. And then when I moved to YouTube streaming, something like that didn't really exist, at least not as easy. So it took a little bit of research, but then I did find a way around it. And so I made a video to help other people that might be in a similar situation to me or find the thing that I use useful. What else we got? Okay, this video, I don't regret making it because at the time I was pissed off. Fierce PC did some dodgy giveaways, let's say. They weren't dodgy giveaways, okay? They just seemed to backtrack on a giveaway instead of just following through with it because they were like, oh no, we didn't mean that, we meant this. So yeah, I kind of called them out a bit because I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that I'd represented this company that had changed hands, which is why it's different. I made this video calling them out basically because I didn't feel like it was right for them to do that. They did since after that give out some PCs and were more clear on their giveaways, but I just felt like they should have done that from the beginning, really. But they did make good on the ones they did in future, so I can't really shit on them too much for after that. Deepfaking, using AI, again, just a tech thing that interested me, so I'm going to look at it. And then, honestly, we're really getting close to pretty much current times. Pokemon Scarlet, did a stream on that. Oh, that was cool. That was a cool thing that happened. I got given a code for that. I didn't, you know, that's cool. That's like a proper, like, AAA game, a Pokemon game. And I got given it for free. And all they wanted me to do was just play the game. Yes, 100% yeah. Did a stream on that. Edited that stream down into a 10-minute video. Fun game. Fun game. Have, again, played a bunch of that in my own time since. Me and Rapskillian decided that we were going to play a game together, record some stuff together. We decided on Zomboid. Zomboid has since become very much a passion of ours. We really enjoy playing it. So we've been playing a bunch of Zomboid. There's a lot more Zomboid to come out. I'm sure we'll carry on playing Zomboid. Also, people seem to really like the videos. That's sort of a new thing that we're starting 2023 with. And then pretty much other than that, we're honestly up to current times. That's taken a lot longer to review 2022 than I thought. It kind of makes sense. It was a year. It takes a long time. I don't think it was a great year because a lot of crappy things happened, like the splitting up with Fierce PC, moving the office. Not crappy, but just, you know, pain in the ass. Lost my part-time job. I mean, that's not related to content, but it's related to me. Can't say it was a great year. It wasn't a bad year by any means. And the progress we made, growth and stuff on the channel, I'm happy with. Made a lot of videos I really enjoyed making and had fun doing. And really my goal for 2023 is to do more of the same. I don't want to set numbers specifically, really, because then you sort of, if you don't meet them, you feel bad. And it's like, oh, damn, we didn't get to that number. You're pushing. So in general, I just want to say I want to continue growing. I want to make more content. I want to try new things. I would like to start a relationship with a new PC company. I'd like to do that because that, again, like I said with the Fierce PC thing, it really helps my income to be able to monetize that and recommend PCs to people and help people with PCs and make some money from it. That would be really nice. It will also help subsidize the fact that I no longer have like a proper job, even a part-time proper job. I have started to do some editing for other channels or offer my editing services for other channels. So there is that form of income that I'm kind of earning. So yeah, I think that's one thing. I'd like to just earn a little bit more money from the channel. I mean, I don't really know how. I could do merch. I mean, getting more views would be helpful, but I can't really force that to happen. I can just try and make the best content I can make and try new types of videos, which I am trying to do. So yeah, just generally for 2023, I want to carry on. In my head, I'd love to make 10,000 subscribers by 2023, the end of 2023, by 2024, I guess. I'd like to reach 10,000, which is about 2,800 away. So possible, don't feel like it's impossible, but if it doesn't happen, I won't be too harsh on myself because, like I said, I don't really want to set numbers, but I'd like to do that. And then other than that, just carry on, try new things, make some interesting videos, try just more of the same, but hopefully bigger and better, and more growth, more views, more subscribers. I'd like to be able to do giveaways. I'd like to be able to do charity stuff. There's lots of things I'd like to do, but feeling positive for 2023. It's going to be well, I guess I can say, actually, because thinking about it now, this video will probably come out after I have already announced it on Twitter. So I guess I can say it. It still feels weird to say, but me and Sarah are having a baby. So that's gonna be a big thing that happens during the year, and obviously that is going to impact somewhat on my ability to make content as often. Hopefully not too much, and we will work it out when we get to it. But yes, baby. There's a baby coming. 2023, lots of stuff, but we're remaining positive. We're going to do good stuff. We're going to have fun and carry on the journey. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you everyone for your support throughout 2022, throughout always basically, but you guys are awesome. If you've watched this whole video, then you are a saint. And back to regular content as per usual, not me rambling for like a fucking hour. Right, catch you guys next time. Bye!